I got a question for you, Creaky. I'm not the one who's high. You are high, by the way. And if you state that again on the internet, I'm going to phone the police and have them come after you.
Mikey, don't go that way.
No, I have to.
It doesn't work that way, Mikey.
Physics and logic on a level supreme. It's a curved reality, splitting flerf dreams.
Hey folks, how's it going here? Creaky Debunks. So on Friday, the MCToon and Creaky Blinders versus Flerfs Reconnaissance and Mikey Smith conversation, quote unquote, finally happened, and it kind of went the way we thought it would go. Apparently, their agreement was to be civil to each other, to be nice, no insults, just a nice, friendly conversation of just kind of trying to just talk about a few different points. MCToon, Creaky Blinders, nothing but gentlemen, and we're quite nice and civil to the Flat Earthers. Unfortunately, Flat Earthers, they acted exactly how we thought they would act. They acted like a bunch of pompous little children who thought they know more than they actually do. Insulted through insults, were overtalked, were just complete utter children, and made fools of themselves, and all they did was just show Flat Earth for what it is and Flat Earthers for who they are, which is a bunch of absolute freaking loons. Let's watch and see. So the first part I'm just going to show here is a part where Mikey Smith is in there. He actually was able to show up, and apparently his caretakers let him stay up past his bedtime. That's very nice of them. He must have had to beg and plead for them to let him stay up that late. Let's have a watch and we'll go from there.
You guys know him, no need of any introduction. Mikey, you'll hear me. Here is Mikey.
I love Mikey.
Mikey. What's going on, Mikey?
Everybody loves Mikey.
Yeah, you're getting popular. You're getting more and more popular. That's good. That's good for us, actually. It's good for us. So we are waiting for I cannot say it all the time. Creaky Blinder.
Creaky, yeah.
I don't know what that name comes from. I'll talk to him. I'll ask him. When he comes in. So we're gonna try to have like a night podcast, like nice. We can make fun of each other. That's okay. That's the game. I have no problem with it. We're just gonna try to avoid to insult each other, which is, I know for you, MCToon is a new experience.
That's hilarious. There's a bit of foreshadowing as well, because the only people that do any insults are acting like complete freaking like nut jobs. The Flat Earthers, the Globers in this, nothing but gentlemen.
Oh, that's low. Come on.
No, but I know.
Damn.
You're the best. You're one of the best. Globers out there, because you always fight us with class, I can say. So it's agreeable.
I try. Nobody's perfect. I get hot sometimes too.
Well, that's okay. That's why I told Mikey, don't take nothing personally from these guys. It's only business, Mikey. It's nothing personal.
Mikey takes everything that comes to the Flat Earth when you debunk all of his stuff completely personal. Mainly because he's made all of his personality. That's all he's got. Flat Earth is everything he is. He's based his whole personality and everything around it. He clings to it like a child clinging to the favorite blankie, because he's just based his everything he is on this, and he'll never let it go. I think Mikey Smith is going to be a flerf until the day that he eventually leaves this world, and as he floats up to heaven or wherever he's going, he will finally see the truth. And I don't know, I mean, isn't there something in the Bible about liars and not going to the special kingdom that they may believe in if you believe in the Bible? I don't know. I haven't read the Bible in 30 years, so I could be wrong. Put in the comments if I am.
It's only this is purely a hobby for me. So It's not even business.
Yeah, I know. But you're working, right? You said last time that you were working the daytime, so that's why you couldn't make the podcast. Like,
Yeah, I'm employed, so sometimes during regular work hours I can do stuff, but sometimes I can't. If I could schedule it ahead of time, I usually can. But I work from home most days, and so if I know ahead of time, I can shift my schedule a little bit, and it'll work out. But to just pop in like with no notice, or maybe I've got a call or something, or working on something with other people, I can't just at the drop of a hat always come in. So.
Oh, okay. But is it possible to ask, what you're doing? Because we're trying to know a little bit more about you guys. Like, one of the point of my
sure. I write software.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I heard you saying that at one point. Yeah.
I'm a software architect.
That's good. It's complicated. I know I'm not too much of a, computer guy, just barely and understand how to make a podcast. But I know how to use it, when I need it, that's the way I am. Okay, so we're just still waiting for again.
Yeah, Sam doesn't have a fucking clue what exactly MCToon said. Nor does Mikey, which is funny because Mikey has actually tried to tell MCToon several occasions how computers work and how software works, even though MCToon's made it quite clear that he writes. He's a software engineer or architect, as he said. Specifically, he writes code for phishing software for emails and stuff to kind of filter out phishing software and antivirus and stuff like that. So, and he said this several times, but unfortunately, both these guys are too stupid to even realize what exactly MCToon said. And I said Mikey has tried to tell MCToon a few times, tried to think he educates him on how computers work. It's quite hilarious when that happens.
And I have a problem with that Creaky.
Creaky is. He said a little bit ago. He said 2 minutes, so he's working on it.
Wait a little bit for me.
Yeah.
Did you? Meanwhile, we can talk a little bit. Did you see a little bit in that video there, in that documentary? Did you see the results that we're starting to have about the stars? So
fucking documentary. It's not a documentary. It's a 5-minute promotional video that Sam put together for Mikey, because Sam's trying to ride on Mikey's coattails because Mikey has a much bigger following, and Sam's trying to get relevance for himself. And it's nothing new, but it's the same shit they always put out, which is a little out of focus, chromatic aberration with a whole bunch of freaking digital noise, because they're using cell phones attached to binoculars and don't realize they're actually focusing on the internal lenses of the binoculars and not actually what they're looking at. And it's just a load of freaking garbage and mess. And there's a reason people aren't doing that, because anybody who does legitimate astrophotography and even has half a brain cell that actually works knows as soon as you see stuff like that, that's not right, that looks like shit. And they usually sort the optics out, sort out the focus, sort out the of the camera, sort out the focus of the optics that they're using, the telescope, or normally telescope, not binoculars are the greatest. And they usually make sure that maybe their lens, if they're using the digital scoping method, because it's just starting out, make sure that it's actually sitting correctly and square to the lens and actually sitting flush and dead center. That's how I started out doing astrophotography. Was doing something very similar with a telescope, and then upgraded to using an astro camera and using a better telescope, because I realized that the results are getting were okay, but I wanted better, because I want to actually get decent stuff and not just garbage like what these two are putting out.
Or do you, because you don't comment too much about the stars? Okay, you're making fun of Mikey and everything. That's okay. We know this, but
I never make fun. I love Mikey. Well, I
love him.
My show only exists because of Mikey, right? Mikey likes to say that, and I'll say every time he says that, I'll mirror it back.
Yeah, and you're also named after him. Michael Toon, right? So you were named
yes.
After Mikey,
When I was born, my parents are like, "Who should we name him after?" Mikey Smith is the one.
Yeah. Okay, so I see that Creaky just joined in, so we're gonna welcome the legend. That is Creaky Blinder. Creaky.
You got it.
Blind. Yeah. Welcome. Here he is.
Oh, where'd it go?
Maybe. I don't know. Here we go. Oh, again.
Are you messing?
Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's me. It's my fault. It's my hand.
Oh dear. Flerfs and their tech just don't go so well together, do they? Freaking hell, Sam.
I was going to say that was a short-lived visit to your channel, you guys.
I bet you MCToon is feeling pretty good there. I mean, he's the only guy there that actually has a full head of hair. That's kind of funny.
What's going on, Creaky? What's up?
Not too much, not too much.
Okay. So I was saying to MCToon, I don't really know you. I've seen some of your videos, like quickly your thumbnails and whatever you say. So I never really was interested into like your channels, but lately I've been talking to MCToon, and I said let's know the guy, and he talked very highly of you. Said you were a legend.
Oh, thank you very much.
So I brought another legend.
I know. I'm excited. Mikey, how are you, pal?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good man. Good man.
So I tell you, okay, we can discuss, but whatever flatters, whatever you want to discuss. But my point, one of my main interests here is to learn more about you. Because I tell you the truth, about flatters, I'm already like bored with flatters. For me, on my side, I know that you don't agree, but I have more than enough evidence to prove that the Earth is flat.
Yeah, sure, Sam. More than enough is zero, because you got no evidence that the Earth is flat. No flat earther has ever been able to present one piece of empirical evidence of the flat Earth. All they have is just globe denial. In your case, not only do you have globe denial, but you also have a bunch of chromatic aberration, digital noise, out of focus, blurry garbage that you think proves something, because you're simply just too stupid to realize what you're doing and what you're looking at. So you don't have any evidence of the Earth being flat. All you have is evidence of just how stupid you, Mikey, and freaking Matthew Keem and skeptic, whatever his name is, are. That's all it is. It's just evidence of your stupidity.
So talking about it for like 10 years, it doesn't, it's not for me.
That's what all flat earthers say, especially you, Sam, and Mikey, because every time you guys even attempt to try to debate something, you get absolutely destroyed, rage quit, and then cry for the next 2 or 3 weeks. You guys are still crying about me to this day. A few debunks I've done, you guys. More to come, by the way.
Relevant. I'd rather now talk about the next level of flat earth, which is a study of the dome.
Did he say Society of the Dumb? Yeah, it sounds about right for flat earthers.
Which we're doing with Mikey. But again, that's another subject. Yeah. But the thing is that it's more like to learn about you guys, because on my end, thinking, of course, and knowing that I have the truth, on my side.
Sam, you and Mikey wouldn't know the truth if it walked up to you, put a bit of baby's oil on his hand, and slapped you across the face. You still wouldn't even know what the truth was.
I'm just trying to understand, you guys, like what does motivate you so much? Why are you so obsessed with going after like flat earthers? And, I don't know, what do you see in us? Like that we're crazy, we're stupid? That's okay, you can say that. I'm fully open, I have no problem. No.
The thing behind it is the fact is that it's dead easy to prove that the flat earthers are wrong. All the empirical science, all the data, all the observations, everything that even a common man like myself, who's not even a scientist, could go out and absolutely destroy and crush the flat earth and all flat earthers with just the other weekend with just my mobile phone in hand, happened to take the kids to the beach, and I destroyed flat earth with just a few pictures and videos. It takes nothing. So why do obsess with flat earthers? Because flat earthers say a lot of stupid things. It tends to be a gateway into some really, really deep rabbit holes and really bad things. Like a lot of flat earthers are into some really horrible stuff. So a lot of flat earthers are horrible people, and they're easy to expose and they're fun to laugh at because they say such stupid, derpy things that even a common person can look at and go, "Wow, that's really stupid. I can't believe a grown adult actually believes this."
No problem.
I don't care what shape you think the earth is. This is my job. This is my business. This is how I provide for my family. So
But what's your specialty? Like you specialize into like crazy people or stupid people? Like you're going after like anybody, or like talking about anything, or what is it? Or just like specialize with flat, on flat Earth?
I make more content about flat Earth than anything else, but that's purely because that's what my audience subscribe to see.
Okay.
I was gonna. It's too much, McToon.
I was going to say, are you going to share that?
Hilarious. MCToon pretty much just having a little poke at Mikey Smith with the borax there. Mikey, just note to self, all of it is too much. Any bit of borax in a drink that you were to ingest, too much. Borax is poison. Do not drink borax. If you haven't noticed there, in case those are a bit maybe naive and stuff, MCToon switched cups there. It was pretty obvious. He had two cups that looked the same. Looked like he put borax in one, and then looks like he put, it looks like vodka, it was probably just water, into a separate cup and drank it. That's all that was. There was no borax in the cup that he drank, because MCToon is smart to know, drinking laundry detergent, it's bad for you. It's nothing but poison, and it's horrible, and do not do that. Mikey Smith thinks it makes you healthy. It doesn't. All it's going to do is make you sick, and it's going to destroy your insides. Don't drink borax.
No. Check it out. That's honest from you. It's like a business. I understand. I respect that.
It's
like
just little bits.
Yeah, I don't. I know some people may feel, particularly from the flat Earth side, that, as if I'm some sort of crusader who's here to destroy flat. I don't want to destroy flat Earthers.
Yeah, because it's your business.
It's my business, and it would be really stupid of me to be trying to get rid of flat Earthers. And I hope that. And particularly somebody like Mikey, because Mikey, right, you are one of my favorite flat earthers. You really are.
I'd like to quickly point out here, the MCToon messing around pretending he's drinking borax. They're actually being quite civil. MCToon is actually quite nice. He's sitting there quietly, just make a little bit of a joke that Mikey's kind of laughing at, but really he's just poke a little bit of fun, but nothing extra rude or nothing mean. Creaky Blinder is being nothing but a gentleman. He's being quite nice. Tone of voice, the cadence, just the words he's using. He even says he loves Mikey Smith. He's one of his favorite flat earthers. And he said, I don't want flat earthers to go anywhere. He says, you guys can keep doing what you're doing. He says, but I'm going to keep making my content. And he makes good for good content, and his audience likes it. So there's nothing actually horrible going here. MCToon is joking around a little bit, having some fun, and Creaky's just being nothing but a really nice, kind of genuine guy.
Honestly, you really, really are. Whether you like that fact or not is irrelevant, but you are. But it's kind of, I'm not trying to fix flat Earth. I'm not trying to, get you all to admit that you've been wrong all along and that the Earth isn't flat. That's not what I'm about. I'm about having fun, making people laugh, and earning a living. That's simple. And the fact that a 53-year-old man from Wales, according to flat earthers, is on NASA's payroll is wonderful. It shows that I'm making an impact.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. For most people, like my channel, MCToon, FTFE, Creaky Blinders, a good part of it is not only are we correcting what flat earthers are trying to say, they're trying to spew is science, and we're correcting and showing where they're getting everything wrong. It's also the entertainment factor. It's entertaining watching flat earthers derp out. It's funny to hear the things they say. We have a laugh. It's comedy, really. And it's just entertainment for the people who like to watch. So yeah, we poke fun a bit. My channel is, while I poke a bit of fun, I also try to enlighten a little bit, maybe kind of correct and show the empirical data, as opposed to just trusty bro or what Flat Earth Dave or Eric DeBay said.
I see. So you're not interested in the truth, you're just interested in money. That's what you're saying?
No, that's not what I said at all.
Okay. So
I just said I'm not interested in flat earthers. I'm perfectly interested in the truth. That's why I make videos demonstrating why you're wrong.
So you're not
easy to do.
Let me understand. You're not interested in flat Earth, but you're talking about flat Earth for like 10 years. Like, I don't understand like the logic behind it.
Okay, I'll explain it. I'm
Okay,
terrible at explaining. So obviously I'm interested in the whole idea of the flat Earth because that's what I talk about. But when I say I'm not interested, it's, maybe some people think that they're like, I don't know, like the Caped Crusader who's here to rescue everybody from flat Earth. That's this guy above. But this guy, no, all I care about is that people get a laugh out of watching my videos and that I earn enough money to not starve to death.
That's pretty much it. And that's where I agree with Creaky Blinder. And I think a lot of people that in our position would do see the same thing. We are interested in the truth, which is why we show how flat earthers are getting things wrong, where they're getting it wrong, show the empirical data, show the evidence, and correct all the misconceptions and all the fallacies that flat earthers like to spew. But down to it, the entertainment factor is definitely there. It's YouTube. We want people to watch our videos. We want people to be entertained. We want people to come back, watch stuff. I want people to come back, watch my videos, subscribe, think of stuff that I'm giving something of value to them, maybe information, maybe a bit of entertainment. Hopefully, I'm entertaining to watch, and then go from there. And want people to come back watch. I don't make any money on my channel. I'm far from being monetized yet, so I just do this out of just the sheer joy, a bit of fun. It's a hobby for me, and just go from there. Kind of like what MCToon said earlier in this. He's got a full-time job. He makes money. He doesn't need the flat Earth and need YouTube, but it makes a little extra money on the side, and it's a hobby, and he enjoys doing it, so he continues doing it.
It really is that simple.
I understand. Go ahead. Finish.
If flat earthers want to think that it's just about money, then fine. Think it's just about money, It doesn't matter to me what people think of me. It just matters to me that people continue to enjoy my content. And I'm sure the same applies to you guys. When you make your videos, Mikey and Sam, I'm sure that one of the things in your mind is you want the people who watch your videos to be entertained by them or informed or misinformed, as the case is.
Well, I don't want to talk for Mikey, but that's absolutely not my point. I'm not an entertainer. You have those guys like Nell Disgrace Tyson there. That is an actor. He's an entertainer. He's not a scientist. But this
Sam 100% entertainers. Even the fact that Mikey actually begs people to send him money to pay for his fuel to go do things that he wants to go do. He's begged people to do that. I think last year he went down to Arizona, ran out of money, and then jumped on stream crying and begging until eventually somebody actually coughed up some cash to get him home because he didn't have enough money. He went down to the States, down to Arizona, relying on the fact that his followers and the people that subscribe to his channel are going to fund his trip for him so he can go down to Arizona, point his binoculars up to the sky and think he's going to see something different, which he didn't actually, because the same technique, he's getting the same results because he's using the same bullshit. I honestly think sometimes he gets something clear and then he goes, oh, I want to see that, and change it until he gets the results that he wants. Which I proved that when I actually replicated his results, where I had to manipulate the way my camera sat against the lens, against the eyepiece, had to change the focus of the telescope until I got the results I was looking for, because what I was trying to do is replicate Mikey's results. So I wasn't trying to get the true shape of the stars. I wasn't trying to focus the telescope and the optics correctly and make sure that my camera was perfectly centered in the eyepiece. I actually had to go and do the opposite. I had to hold it at funky angles. I had to hold it off to one side. I had to change and put out of focus a little bit. I had to kind of, obviously I was already using cheap optics anyway, so I was going to introduce some of the aberration stuff. But I had to go and manipulate it until I got the results I was looking for, which was to make it look like Mikey's. So Mikey, all he's doing is just going and making it look like what he wants it to look like, to push his narrative. He's not looking for the truth. He's not trying to actually show what stars look like and make sure that all his optics are, that his camera is perfectly centered, that it's focused correctly, that he's got manual focus, that the binoculars are focused absolutely pinpoint. Use the Baphomet mask to make sure that the refraction spikes are sitting where they should be, in the middle, across the center there. and making sure they go, okay, yeah, it's all, and changing his exposure to maybe bring it down a bit because something's being blown out like he does with Jupiter all the time, stuff like that. He doesn't do any of this stuff because he's not interested in actually showing what it looks like. He's interested in what to confirm his narrative. And so that's what he did. But he is pushing for money. Same thing, Sam. Sam's always asking for money. He wants people to subscribe to him, to pay for his stuff. He is an entertainer. You don't believe me? Look at some of his videos, the latest one he did. In which he actually has moaned because I got more views on my breakdown of his what he calls a documentary, but it was just a promotional video to a for Mikey Smith. I got more views on that within one day than he got after having his video up for a week, and he's still moaning and bitching about that because it just absolutely broke his little heart. And the same thing with Hakeem. He's been doing it for way longer than I have. Yeah, I got like more subscribers than he does, and I get like tons more views than he does on any of my videos and my live streams because nobody watches his bullshit because it's boring. So it's not entertaining at all. And so nobody watches his shit. I've been saying this for a year now. Nobody watches Matthew Keane. Nobody gives a shit about him. He's completely irrelevant. He pops up once in a while on Mikey's or Sam's channels because Mikey's got like 3,000 subs now. And Mikey's only got that many subs because he's entertaining to watch. He doesn't give you any good information. He's not educating anybody. He's just fun to watch. He's fun to watch him go on street activism, act like an idiot. It's fun to watch him act like an idiot on stream. And so people watch him because he's just a goofy guy and he does really silly, outlandish things. And it's just pure entertainment. He's definitely not converting anybody to Flat Earth.
This is his business also. He's making a lot of money. But we absolutely... I mean, for me, I say, we're not here to entertain people. We're not like, clowns. The thing is that we're trying to promote the truth, trying to fight, to promote what we understand is the truth. And that's the main goal. We don't make any money.
But what I don't understand is how you can even sit there and say you tried to promote the truth when there is absolutely, there's nothing that's ever been in any of Mikey's videos or your videos, Sam, that is even remotely close to being evidence.
That is 100% factually true. Creaky's spot on with that. Not once has Sam or Mikey shown a single thing that can be classified as evidence. All it is simple, just conjectures and misunderstandings and a bit of cognitive bias. That's all they've done. The only thing those two have ever proven is how stupid they are. That's the only thing they've ever proven.
Like the Starman video. You're a good video maker, Sam. Did you make the Starman video?
Yeah. I used a lot.
That was a really good video, man.
Thank you.
Really,
Thank you very much.
It was.
Thank you very much.
It really was. And that's another thing. See, I look at the way videos are made, not just what the video's made about. And your video about Mikey, that was a good, entertaining video.
Thank you very much.
Was.
I can't disagree with Creaky on that one there. That video, which I actually did a review on, was a well-made video. It was entertaining. As I said, Sam, he does some decent videos. And that was, as for a 5-minute little promotional video he did, it wasn't well done. It was very entertaining. It had some, it was good. It was good quality. I'm not going to say it's not. Oh, sorry, my father-in-law's dog is here, and she's freaking out because he's not. So yeah, I would 100% agree with that. What, did it have any information in it? Was it anything, did it have any truths? No. Was it entertaining? Yes. And I do have to say, I played my part in that video. I think I did it pretty well. So I definitely added to the entertainment. And I was probably the only part in there, me and Mike from the Drunk to Bunk show and MCToon and stuff were the only parts in there that actually spoke any truth. The rest of it was bullshit. But we actually played our parts unwillingly in the entertainment and the production of that video. So well done, Sam. Thanks for promoting my channel.
Thank you very much. So you see, this is why I brought you in order to understand a little bit more about you. And I see some incoherence at what you're saying, because you're saying actually that we don't have any proof of anything, we don't prove nothing, we just talk about things. But on the other hand, You guys are around for like 10 years trying to prove prove the globe, and it doesn't work because there are more and more flat earthers.
No, that's not true. More and more people are leaving the flat Earth, especially after the final experiment, which absolutely destroyed the flat Earth. Because a lot of things that they kept saying, Dubé, F.E. Dave, a bunch of them kept saying, "Oh, you can't go to Antarctica." That was debunked. They said it's an ice wall, that there's firmament hits there. It wasn't there. They said 24-hour sun doesn't exist. They proved it existed. They proved that the sun sets in the southern hemisphere goes from right to left. Northern hemisphere goes right to left to right, which actually Jaron and some of the flat earther, they're actually coming this month here, because we're actually into June now. They're going to Edmonton, Alberta, which is 53 degrees north, to watch the sun set. Watch, obviously, time should be about 17 hours daylight, and it'll set from left to right. And then they're going down to southern Chile in middle of December, on the solstice, and they're going to, or pretty much on the solstice, and they're going to watch a 17-hour day, and they're going to watch the sunset go from right to left, which only works on the globe and doesn't work on the flat Earth, because the flat Earth claims that the sun spins in a circle. So you'd see the sun come over this side, go over your head, and then it should take off going that way. It doesn't do that. That doesn't happen. And there's plenty of videos from Chile, from Australia, showing the sunrise and sunset, and it goes the opposite way of what flat Earth claims. So the flat Earth, and even if you look at simple geometry, it wouldn't work on the flat Earth, because, well, the sun setting itself, the fact it doesn't change angular size from left to right like that way. Sometimes it can compress due to refraction, or if you have a bit of ducting, like if you have a bit of a temperature inversion, sometimes you'll see the sun kind of squash a little bit this way, but it never squashes that way. I have videos on this. I've shown observations of that, and I'll probably do some more this year now that we kind of get into the longer days, and hopefully I can scoot off and use the solar filter again and get some observations showing the sun setting from my phone. And I'll also have my telescope with my solar filter on it. So yeah, that's destroyed. And then you have Artemis 2, where they did live streams showing the Earth. They went further than any human has ever gone from Earth orbiting around the back of the moon. And they did loads of high-res pictures and video showing the globe Earth and proving it. And even one where David Keegan's done one, he's done time-lapse, and you can actually see satellites orbiting around the Earth. So it just completely destroyed the flat Earth. Flat Earth is just nothing but just falling apart. And the only people that stick around are the grifters, people who are financially incentivized to stay in it, like Flat Earth Dave, Eric Dubé. Witz is kind of pushing Flat Earth, but I think he's trying to kind of, as you pointed out, if I watched a few live streams, but you can see he's kind of talking less about Flat Earth and kind of trying to go into other conspiracies, trying to see if there's a niche that he can, that his audience will kind of follow him into, that he can start kind of pitching and start diving into, start grifting some more money into. But those are the people that are still sticking with it. Mikey, because Mikey's too stupid, and he's based his whole personality and everything he has around Flat Earth. That's all he is. He lives and breathes Flat Earth. Sam, because Sam is following behind Mikey, and Sam is old, and I think he's just realized that he's got no relevance, and he wants to be something. He wants to be some sort of revolutionary. He thinks that he should have been back when Les Mis and the whole French Revolution and stuff like that. I don't know. But so he's trying to find something to make some big name for himself, because he wants to, make his big mark on the world before he gets to the point where he's just too old to do that. I don't know what's with my Sam. He just seems like a really desperate old man who's just looking for something to latch on to. Yeah, other than that, most of the reasonable flat earthers are leaving, and it's only just the stupid ones are the ones who are making money off it that are sticking around. But it's definitely going away, and it's falling apart, because it's just technology's gotten to the point where flat earthers can't even not enough times before they're eventually going to look like idiots. More idiots than they are.
So you're not very convincing. You don't have too much success in attempting to prove us wrong. Also, so if it was so obvious that we were wrong, flat earth would be already terminated for a long time, and it's not. So this is why I'm trying to understand, how do you see things? How do you what is behind all that.
Have you looked at the flat Earth topic in Google Trends? Take a look at that and then
Google Trends.
Yeah, compare it to fart. Fart is more popular than flat Earth.
Yeah.
What do you think? Google is against flat Earth? That's what you're saying?
No. I'm not saying Google is against flat Earth. People aren't looking for flat Earth. So when somebody searches up flat Earth on YouTube or Google or whatever it may be, then all that information is logged, isn't it? You know, today 5,000 people searched for Mikey Smith's channel. Tomorrow,
5,000.
Tomorrow. Next week, there was only 4,000. The week after, 3,000, and so on and so forth. And if you look at the graph on Google Trends, flat Earth is falling off a cliff.
Creaky Blinder is speaking nothing but facts. I thought just to kind of show it here. We thought, like they said, so on my laptop here, let's not go on that one there. So I searched flat Earth as a topic on Google Trends and fart, right? Over the last past 5 years, web search. And what do we have here? Red is fart, blue is flat Earth. In 5 years, is 16 searches, 79. And near the end here, watch as this fell off. But it's just never been a thing. I don't even know if I can go further back than that. Let's see here if we go further back at all. So 2004. It peaked around here. So look around there. You're looking at, that's 2017. Went down. Now I think a resurgence here in 2019. Yeah, March 2019, everybody was starting to go and then come off. A little resurgence there in 2020, February 2020. That was during lockdown, but look, it's just gone down. And it just fell off, so got a little spike here. Closer, remember the top one is fart. Just for anybody to kind of look at it again here. Red is fart, blue is flat Earth. So there's nothing. Since 2005, so back here, obviously starting 2004, fart was higher. Yeah, what, 7 flat Earth, the 90 fart, up and down. At its height, flat Earth has had 54 web searches, and fart had 74, so still higher, even though fart gone down a bit. But then you look at here, flat Earth dropping off. The word fart, 90 searches, flat Earth, 15. And it just fell off here. It's just going further, and it's just going, it's still higher than since 2015, but it's definitely on a trend going down as we speak. So as we stand right here, flat Earth as of May 2026, 13 web searches, fart is 82. So now if we look at something like, let's just add another one here. Let's just go, let's just do globe, right, as a topic. So globe would be orange. Oh dear, this doesn't look good for flat Earth. So globe is here. That's fart. Blue is flat Earth. Look at the last 5 years. In fact, globe at one point was absolutely way up there. Where did this come from? Right here. So flat Earth is at its lowest. Globe had 100 searches, flat Earth had 1 in January 2004. And fart had, so you get a mouse back over it, fart had 11, right? Even flat Earth at its highest peak here. Globe had 10, flat Earth had 6, fart had 9. Flat Earth, you see at the highest there. So we had flat Earth at 7, globe at 7, fart at 9, and then you see the flat Earth drops off. And you can see in here. So if it's go a little bit more relevant, let's see the past 5 years. As you can see here, the globe topic goes way up, keeps spiking here. Flat Earth is just pretty much flatline, the flat 2024. So globe had 100, flat Earth had 5, fart had 22. Another spike here for globe. See, flat Earth is still dead, and you have once again, globe had 88, fart had 24, flat Earth had 5. Just at the peaks here, and even then, and even right up to right now, so May 2006, 2026, globe 26, fart 21, and flat Earth has got 3. So let me show you that there. There you are. So yeah, what they're saying, percent facts. Flat Earth is really never a thing anyways. It had a bit of resurgence there in maybe the 2015 era. Let's just double check here again. Yeah, a little bit of a spike come in like 2019. On there, started going up in 2016, and then it's just died to death. It's just got right back down. It's almost down to where it was before. So it's like I said, now even look at like this past month, it had Flat Earth in May 2026 had I'm getting like 2 searches. So it's just nothing, right? Flat Earth is just a nothing burger, but it's still fun. Make fun of and stuff like that. But the globe is still like way ahead, always has been, because the globe is the truth. Flat Earth is just a fallacious fantasy.
Oh, I understand, but I tell you something. We flat earthers, we're more like simple people, and me on my
For
end,
sure, yeah.
I don't really
Can't disagree with Sam on that one there. Flat Earthers are very simple people, very, very simple people, and you gotta keep the crayons away from them because they'll eat them all.
trust Google, YouTube. It's also so on YouTube that all my views are like going down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't trust that system. But anyways, there are other.
But you do trust it when you need to look up something that you think supports a flat Earth, which
Yeah,
I've
but-
always found very interesting.
Yep, good point there, Creaky. Flat Earthers only trust the evidence if they think it supports their narrative. As soon as something comes up that debunks the narrative, then suddenly it's false, it's CGI, it's fake news. They'll just call it whatever. Pretty much just a Flat Earth that they just have to keep peddling because they can't accept the truth.
But I
That's
don't.
why we do our own work.
I don't. But I don't trust Google. Telling me who's doing who. I can check. On Google things.
That's not the question though.
Yeah.
Well-
So
Google tracks what people search for.
Yeah.
So you can go to Google and you can see how many people across all of Google properties searched for some particular topic.
Okay. But
And the term and the topic of flat Earth has a certain number of people searching for it, and the topic of fart has a certain number of people searching for it, and there are more people searching for fart than there are for flat Earth.
So hold on. So McDonald's sells millions of burgers a day. Does that mean it's the best burger?
That was a complete non sequitur, Mikey. Like, I don't even think Mikey's in this conversation. Like, it's just this is too highbrow, and it's beyond what he can. He's not keeping up. He's sitting there. He really hasn't said anything. Maybe 2 or 3 words at the most, and that's it. Because this is just too complicated. It's not even that much of an adult conversation, and it's even too adult for Mikey Smith.
No, the point was Sam
Actually,
talking.
it does. I just said it's the best burger in the world.
Sam was talking about the popularity. It wasn't. It's not about the act. Whether or not he's just talking about the popularity. And the reality is that flat Earth is not popular. People don't search for it.
Make it a globe.
I'm not. I didn't say it's a globe. We were specifically responding to what Sam was saying about the popularity.
Now, if you note here, Mikey's starting to get wound up. He's starting to get a bit triggered because they're pretty much saying is that flat Earth is irrelevant, and nobody's really watching it, nor are people even searching it up. More people are searching up the word fart on Google than they are looking at flat Earth. And the statistics don't lie. More people are searching the globe more than they are searching flat Earth or even fart. Some spikes higher and lower, but on general, even the globe is higher than that. So, and flat Earth it got sort of close for like 1 month, 4 years ago maybe, and that was about it. And after that, it's just more people search the globe. So, if you want to just do based on just those, then the globe is still trending and higher than the flat Earth, and it's just the stats don't lie. That's just what the numbers say.
Well, so again, I just want to show you another incoherence about what you are saying. Why? Because you're saying the reality is that it's, Flat Earth is going down and everything, but there are other ways to double check that. And how do I know that Flat Earthers are like getting more and more? There's more and more people, believing, understanding that the Earth is flat, because of you guys. Look how many guys like you are like talking about Flat Earth. You have Creaky Blinder here that's got like 107,000, subscribers interested into Flat Earth. You have a lot of people interested into Flat Earth. So if Flat Earth was like going down, you wouldn't be around.
Dude, they're not interested in Flat Earth. They're interested in laughing at Flat Earthers and watching the derp and finding it entertaining to watch these crazy, insane people who think they are smarter than the smartest people in the world and have found something new, has figured something out, and they're so important and blah, 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 and all the things that Flat Earthers like to blow up their own arse. And it's just funny to listen to and watch, because it's entertainment and it's comedy. Flat Earthers are funny to watch because they just see the most ridiculous, stupid things, and people with two brain cells that can rub together. No, it's all bullshit and it's a lie, and these people are just insane. So, and it's just funny to watch. As well as Sam, Creaky Blinders, hopefully myself, make it entertaining to watch these people, and it's fun to actually watch as we break down all their derp and expose all the lies like they think that they're saying is true.
No,
so that's the thing, and you're around because Flat Earth is going big, and the thing is that you're scared of that, so you're trying to play it down. Well, nobody likes Flat Earth and everything. That's bullshit. It's like Flat Earth is like exploding all over the place.
Sam, statistics don't lie. You may think scientists lie and Neil deGrasse Tyson is an actor, but data doesn't lie. The statistics are clear. Flat Earth is falling off a cliff. Now, you say people are interested in Flat Earth, and that's why I've got 113,000 subscribers, whatever it is. That doesn't mean people are interested in Flat Earth, Sam. It means people are interested in laughing at Flat Earth.
Yep, 100%. If I did more videos and more lives and stuff like that, then I'll probably have more, because, people find it funny to laugh at stupid people who think they're really, really smart and really clever. And when they call themselves truthers, but all they do is lie through through teeth, and pretty much every sentence they say, every other word is an out-and-out lie that can be easily falsified and debunked, and people look and go, that's just really weird, because in second grade I learned all this stuff that you seem to not be able to figure it out, or they can't even do simple math like times tables or division, and they think that they're so smart, but yeah, if you ask them 8 times 8 with, they'd probably tell you 16. It's just comical. It's just funny as can be. And so, yeah, Flat Earth is just nothing but the internet's like pet rock that we like kick around once in a while and laugh at. They think it's a big, huge mountain, when really all it is a little pebble that talks big and has no action and can't do anything about it, and says a bunch of stuff but can't prove a single thing it says. There has been zero Flat Earth evidence ever presented by any Flat Earther. No Flat Earther has ever presented any evidence. The only thing Flat Earth ever has presented is globe denial. So these people aren't even Flat Earthers. 99% of them are all they are is just globe denialists. They just deny reality and think that they're so clever and smart.
Yeah, but if Flat Earth is not around anymore, you're going to laugh at what? At ghosts? Like, if not here, if it's not popular.
The internet is a target-rich environment.
Oh, I understand. Yep. I understand. So you have your reality, we have ours, and that's very interesting. Now to know more a little bit about you and about what's behind, because you explained that your motivation is like money, it's a business.
No, I didn't say my motivation is money. My motivation is my business, and a business is required to make money to support the business and support the family and so on and so forth.
And remember at the beginning of this, so Sam said we're going to have a nice, respectful conversation, no over talking, no making fun, no being rude to each other. Maybe crack a few little jokes here and there, but for all intents and purposes, we're just going to be a good, respectful conversation. And yet the Flat Earthers seem to be talking over Creaky now because they just don't like the facts that he seems to be freaking throwing at them. And it's starting to hurt their feelings. And Mikey, you can see he's getting more and more wound up and more worked up because it just hurts him that much to hear these hard truths. Also, for the whole thing, if there's no flat Earth, we wouldn't have channels. That's actually true. There's loads of other derp out there and loads of other stupid things. The sovereign citizens, they're always fun to watch, and they say a lot of stupid things. A lot of flat earthers actually are sov cits, so it kind of translates over quite easily. There is a lot of people out there actually faking hauntings and ghosts and stuff like that. I've seen a few where you can like tell, like they say, oh, it's a ghost right there. There's some guy with a stick and a freaking sheet like that waving around a door frame. There's loads of stuff like that. You know, there's a few things where you can say that maybe this bit unexplained, probably not unexplained. It's probably just like, you know, different artifacts and stuff in the camera. A lot of them are just dust floating in the air because they're in an old dusty house, and then you see a little, you know, bit of dust go past on the infrared camera, and they go, "Ooh, that's orbs." It's freaking dust. It's dust in the air because you're walking around and stirring up dust, and it's reflecting off the infrared camera. The light off the infrared camera. It's, you know, come on, it's just stupid shit like that. Or like I said, there's ones I'm working on where people claiming that CERN is some sort of like opening up dimensional portals that and that beings are walking through, sitting down, have a cup of coffee, have a little walk, leaving a freaking diary behind and walking through in apparently less than a fraction of a second. But they're claiming that these beings, you know, there's a video I'm going to be doing about that where, you know, there's some people claiming to be doctors are claiming they're physicists, but they're actually not, and it's a whole thing. Watch the video. I'm going to work on it here soon. I just got to get some time to get to it. But yeah, this, like MCToon said, internet's a target-rich environment. There's lots of stupid people out there, a lot of stupid things. Flat Earth went away tomorrow. I could easily transition onto something else. There's a lot of stuff out there I can still do.
I understand, but what about you? Because I know McToon, and I don't know you a little bit. Just let me ask you a few personal questions, if you don't mind.
I do. I won't answer that personal question.
Okay, no problem. I can ask anyways.
I can talk about flat Earth, not me.
That's the thing. But you know, like you said, you know, at one point, there's no more debate about flat Earth. It's been proven already. You cannot prove.
I agree.
What's been, yeah, I agree too. You cannot unprove what has been proved already. You cannot say, oh, you know, we had the proof of that. You know, like Josh Monday did. You know, he proved that, you know, the Earth is flat, and now he's trying to know if it's true. So
they have it. The globe has been proven for 2,500 years. So with that logic, Sam said, you can't unprove what's already been proven. The Greeks knew that Earth was a globe back 2,500 years ago with Aristotle, stuff like that. And it's just been more and more evidence which collaborated, which works. All our physics, all our engineering, all our science, all our cosmology, everything we have, all sciences, engineering, everything is based on the heliocentric globe model. And or actually, you can use the baryocentric globe model. It all works. All predictions that the globe model makes comes perfectly. Solar eclipses right down to even the second, even down to the foot, is made. Flat Earth has never made one prediction that is as accurate as the globe model, using the ephemerates and stuff. All of our predictions for orbits and stuff like that around the sun, of all the other planets. In fact, using our known science to do with orbits and gravity, or actually is how Pluto was actually discovered. Was only because we knew where it was, because the heliocentric globe model made predictions, and the predictions came true because it said there should be a planet in this, or a planetoid in this area, this place. We pointed telescopes up there, and lo and behold, bam, we found Pluto. It actually was used, the globe model is what was used to prove the to actually make predictions, and it worked. Sunset and sunrise every single day falsifies a flat Earth. Now, flat Earth cannot show the sunset to work all around the world. You cannot pick. I can't say December 16th, 2026, this year, using a flat Earth, predict the sunrise and sunset in New Zealand. Can't do it. Globe model, perfect. I can jump online right now using the globe model, and I can tell you when the sun's going to rise, what time, the place, the position, what degrees south, which actually disproves a flat Earth. It'll be southeast. It'll rise at this time. It'll take this path. It'll be at the highest point at this point here, and it'll set going this way, which would be from right to left, at this time, this coordinates, and the globe could make that prediction, it'll come true. Flat Earth can't even do that. So even simple sunrise and sunset and the path of the sun in the sky, Flat Earth can't make that prediction. The globe can. So it's been proven. So yes, there is no debate, really, no real debate, because flat earthers have never been able to actually formulate any kind of substantial debate. All they do is sit there, act like idiots, deny the globe, deny evidence, deny all the evidence, deny all the science, and then pretend that they know more because they say, well, what if, what if, what if? But what ifs mean nothing. Your hypothesis and your delusional ramblings and imagination don't make it real. It's just a fantasy model that you just pretend because you want things to be real, so that way you can, flat earthers can feel special and feel like they're super, super smart. And I think it's just the fact is that they've always felt so inadequate through their whole entire life that now they've latched on to something that has been disproven for thousands of years, that they think that now they can just push it and pretend that, oh no, they're smart and that everybody else is stupid. And that's what it comes down to. So yeah, like I said, there's never been any evidence of flat earth. I would love to see any evidence of flat earth. Mikey, I know you like to watch my videos, and Sam like to watch my videos. So if you guys can present some empirical evidence that the earth is actually flat, and just note, your blurry chromatic aberration, out of focus light blobs are not evidence, and your digital noise in your cameras, and the fact that you also sometimes even focused on your own lens, isn't evidence of the firmament. So I'm sorry, but I've already disproven all that. So you guys are going to come up with something better. And Mikey, your light tests actually don't prove the flat Earth. You did say something on a live stream that you're going to go stand in some high block towers and you can see Calgary and see Winnipeg. I would love to see that. But if the Earth is flat, why do you have to go up higher elevation? That's really weird. Why do you have to go up higher to see that? Why can't you just take your P1000, take your binoculars that you claim is so fantastic and can look at stars, and zoom in on Calgary? Show me the Calgary Tower from where you were standing on your live stream there, where you're doing your activism. You're standing out in the middle of the prairie. You should zoom right in. I want to see the Calgary Tower, and I want to see those two tall brown buildings that were right by the Calgary Tower, because they're actually taller now. I think it used to be the TELUS building or something. I can't remember. Oh yeah, by the way, my dad doesn't live in Saskatchewan. Never has lived in Saskatchewan. In fact, my father doesn't even live in Canada, and I've never lived in Calgary. So where you got the information from when you said that you think my dad lives in Saskatchewan is comical. My dad's never lived in Saskatchewan ever in his entire life. And like I said, for the last several decades, he's never even lived in Canada. So yeah, nice try, Bob.
Again, at our level, again, I'm not saying that you have to go that way, but at our level, we have more than enough, clear evidence that the Earth is flat. So there's nothing to discuss. The sea is blue. Do you want to discuss about the sea? Is the sea blue?
What's your single best piece of evidence that the Earth is flat, Sam?
He doesn't have any. He can't prove the Earth is flat. He's got no measurements. He's got no observations. He's got nothing. All he's got is a bunch of blurry blobs in some binoculars because he doesn't know astrophotography, and some digital noise, and a bunch of other shitty freaking photography that he thinks proves something, proves nothing except for the fact he's a dumbass and doesn't know how to use his equipment.
The very simple. When I go out and I look at the horizon, I look at the sea
because it looks flat to you.
No,
that's it.
No. That's not what I said. When I look and I did that in Ashdod in Israel. When I look at the boats that goes away and that goes down, it took a few, it took time, and it goes down, and then I just, take binos and I zoom on it, and it goes back up. That's over.
That never happens, Sam. That never happens.
That has never happened, and not a single flat earther has ever zoomed in on a ship after it's started going over the horizon, zoomed in and zoomed it back in. Here's a video, pictures I took just, I think it was last weekend. Last weekend I was at the beach, and you can see a ship disappearing over the horizon, and not a single flat earther could bring that in. And I was zooming in on that, by the way.
Game over.
I got the camera.
I just want to make sure.
I got the camera. It never happens.
So you go to the beach, Sam. You zoom in on a boat that's going away from you. Yeah, that's
that disappeared, almost disappeared. Like you don't see.
Yeah. So it's heading towards the horizon.
Yes.
And you zoom in, and you can bring the boat back. That's what you're claiming.
No, I don't bring it back. That means he was always there. Like I just see it.
Okay, yeah. So you bring it back into your view then. So the next time you do that, so take your, I'm assuming you use a P900 or P1000, whatever it may be, stay zoomed in.
Stay what?
Stay zoomed in on that ship until it disappears.
Well, the thing is that then I have to get a bigger zoom. This is ridiculous.
No,
my zoom as a limit is not like an infinite zoom.
What's the biggest zoom than the P900? Flattens the Earth. So why would you need more power than that?
Why would you need to keep on zooming? Is that not enough? A boat that disappears, now you see it. It's not enough for you? You need more?
Sorry, Sam, you've misunderstood. Not keep zooming in, just zoom in to the max. So I'm guessing you see a boat, you zoom in with the camera, and then you zoom back out, you zoom back in, whatever you do. I'm not saying keep zooming in. I'm saying zoom in and just stay zoomed in. Eventually, that boat will still disappear, no matter how zoomed in you are, because it'll go over the horizon.
100% true. I just showed it on using my phone, 100 times zoom, and I'm not quite as good as the P1000 or P900 or the P1100. But even with just my mobile phone, I was zoomed right in. I could see the little aerial towers on there, little masts. I could see all the stuff. It's a very small thing, so it's definitely not down to angular resolution or down to perspective, because I wouldn't be able to see those little tiny things first. The biggest thing, the hull of the ship, is what went missing first, and that's because it's being blocked by the horizon because it's going over the curvature of the Earth. Now, Creaky has actually given these flat earthers a challenge that they'll never do. And flat earthers don't like to be challenged because, one, they won't do it. And two, they know if they do go do it, it's going to falsify their claims. And in fact, something I've been meaning to do when I got a little bit of time is going to take a telescope out. Now, I know flat earthers like Sam and Mikey are going to say, oh, telescopes, I'm going to go blah, blah, blah. Guess what? My telescope is, I think the max zoom on this 307 times zoom, right? It's magnification. So far superior to P1000, P1100, far superior to Mikey and Sam's freaking binoculars because they're only 20 times zoom, 20 times magnification. And I'm going to look at a ship and watch it as it goes over the horizon. I'm going to record it straight from a camera, my Astra camera. I can turn the exposure down so it acts like a color camera as well. And I'm going to have it going straight onto my laptop, and I'll post a video of it. But it's going to show is the same thing I've already shown with my observations. Here we are again. Observations showing a large ship going the horizon. And no matter how much magnification I have, never going to bring this ship back in. All they're going to do is it's going to be a lot closer up. They only probably see part of the ship because I'll be so freaking close with it. And it's just going to only see the little tiny piece that I can see. So maybe the bridge, and if there's any deck left, or even it's just the bridge and the wheelhouse, whatever the tallest part are the masts. Or say a sail ship, if I can see a sailboat, all I'll see is just the top of the mast is going up. All zoomed in, all you'll see is just a chunk of mast. That's all you'll see. Whatever I can see further out, I'll just go fully in, and it's all it'll say. And I can actually use, some digital magnification on the laptop to even go closer in, and go up to, I think, 250-400 times magnification on a laptop. It's only digital, but even then, my telescope with using my Astra camera, it's gonna, it's pretty damn close anyways. So I'll do that, and it's just gonna show the same thing as what I've had from my observations here. So and no flat earther has ever been able to zoom a big ship back in. All you ever use is a little tiny, like a personal watercraft that's too small to see, that's really far out, too small to see in the camera. They can see it with their eyes, and then they just magnify into it, like zoom into it, and so you can see it, because then suddenly it can be resolved using magnification, for the camera, usually, you know, P1000, whatever, small sensor camera, so it can be resolved, and then they zoom out really, really wide, go to wide angle, and it's too, and then that boat is just simply too small in that for that sensor to be resolved. That's all they ever use. They never use ships, because ships completely destroy the flat Earth fallacy and debunk this whole thing. Now we're coming up to the big finale, and it's where Mikey Smith completely loses his shit. It starts insulting Creaky Blinders because, you know, apparently even though they're trying to have a cordial conversation here and not be insulting, Mikey Smith completely loses his crap because he's just tired of just, you know, being challenged to do something that he knows is going to falsify his fantasy world. And so he starts throwing slanderous comments out there, starts accusing Creaky of a bunch of stuff, and then rage quits. So let's watch the big fireworks. Always fun to watch. Good job, Mikey.
I got a question for you, Creaky. I'm not the one who's high. You are high, by the way. And if you state that again on the internet, I'm going to phone the police and have them come after you.
Mikey, don't do that way.
No, I have to.
It doesn't work that way, Mikey.
Mikey, it really doesn't work that way. One, you're making an accusation without having any kind of evidence. You can't just claim somebody is on some sort of narcotics or are impaired because they're saying things you don't like. Just because he's spewing these hard facts that you just simply can't be able to comprehend or be accept doesn't mean that he's on under any influence of anything at all. But you saying that is actually slander, and you can actually get yourself in trouble. So you've been warned about this before, Mikey. One of these days, somebody is going to hit you with a lawsuit, and then, well, goodbye to all those monies that you're getting for your telescope and your phone and your car and everything else. You get yourself in a whole a load of trouble.
He's impotent, man.
He's
impotent.
Check it out.
Impotent.
He doesn't even have a family. He's impotent.
It's okay. Mikey, keep it down.
Oh, Mikey, you're just jealous because you're just a sad little incel who can't even freaking land yourself a woman. You've never been married, you never had kids, and I think, you know, you approaching your 50, you're starting to realize it's probably not going to happen. Oh, poor Mikey. Look, if only, you know, you actually were a good person, you might find yourself a special little someone somewhere that would have actually maybe stepped up. But because you keep shouting at random strangers and acting like a complete loon out in public, you're not going to probably find anybody of any kind of value. And you have such a high opinion of yourself that anybody who probably does walks up, you know, that maybe is down at the Ace or something like that you frequent, you're going to turn away because you think you're somebody special and going to like debunk all of science and that you're super smart. You're not, Mikey. You're not that special. You're definitely not smart. And you're probably just going to die a sad, lonely death with your cat. And that's about it. And the way that you keep looking after your health, I don't know, buddy. I mean, the fact you can't feel your feet, it's not good. It's not good. That's signs of cellular death of your nerve endings and lack of circulation. And I've seen this happen before, and it usually ends up in amputation, where you're going to have no legs left. And then, I don't like what you're going with there, buddy. I really suggest that you may start looking after your health better. But, you know, and you can listen to me. You know, you're going to keep drinking borax, keep drinking tons and tons of Epsom salts, and poisoning yourself slowly. So it's sad. It really is sad. I would like to see better for you. I wouldn't want to see what I think is going and what's happening to you happen. But you just refuse to listen to anybody who might actually have an ounce of truth and a bit of experience and knowledge. But keep doing what you're doing, bud. And unfortunately, it's just not going to end well. I'm going to be brutally honest. That's just how it is. And as for me, I do have kids. I do have a wife. I'm married for nearly 20 years.
Creaky's kid has been on stream.
I know. Hey, Creaky, now I know why.
Retarded?
Now I know why you like Mikey.
He's mentally retarded, probably. He's got goggles for eyes, too, probably, right?
Okay, check.
He doesn't know what those glasses for. For all he knows, they're, you know, Creaky said he's in his 50s, so probably just for reading. And Sam, Flyers Reconnaissance, he wears glasses. Don't believe me, just go look at any of his other videos. I think in this one here, he just simply took them off because he knows Mikey says anybody has glasses can't see correctly. With my glasses on, I have 20/20 vision. I can see perfectly fine. And I get my eyes tested every single year. Maybe something you should do, Mikey. Go get your eyes tested. You don't look so healthy. You don't look so good. All the bloodshot, all that around, doesn't look good at all. You probably need glasses, but you probably thought that the optometrist is lying to you and refused to go and get them done. It's not good, bud. That's probably why all your shit's so blurry. That makes sense now. Makes sense. Mikey needs glasses, refuses to get them, thinks everything's in focus, and it's not. That's it. I've solved it. I know why Mikey's pictures and videos are so out of focus.
Check it out. Check it out.
Now, Sam, you were saying that we were going to be insulting, but it didn't. That didn't really happen, did it?
You can take all your AI bots and insult me all you want.
But I tell you, Mikey,
we need to talk about the firmament, Sam, because these guys got nothing, man. Nothing.
Mikey,
I'll talk about the firmament, Mike.
Yeah, well, you're just going to say it doesn't exist?
Because, Mikey, the firmament doesn't exist. You've never proven it. It doesn't exist. It's not there. There's loads of evidence to show it doesn't exist. You think a firmament is 60 miles up. Well, the ISS is 250 miles up. Firmament falsified. Artemis 2 went over 250,000 miles away. Firmament falsified. GOES rocket went higher than that. Firmament is falsified. Every single New Shepard flight went over 60 miles up. Firmament falsified. I can keep going if you want. You got Polaris Dawn. That went up into the Van Allen belts, 1,500 miles up, or 2,500 miles up. Firmament falsified. We have Fram 2, when actually orbited the Earth around north to south. Took live footage, took loads of video. Firmament falsified. I can keep going if you want, but there's just mountains and mountains of evidence to show the firmament doesn't exist. So I don't need to prove the firmament doesn't exist. That's already been done countless times over and over and over. It's up to you to prove the firmament does exist. And your blurry, out of focus for picture videos that's just full of all sorts of artifacts and digital noise. That's not that's not the firmament, buddy. I'm sorry, but that's not evidence of the firmament. That's evidence you're a dumbass and don't know what the fuck you're doing.
And that proves it right there.
No,
you seriously.
Wait.
No. I was going to listen to what you said and then
you're not going to listen. You're just going to make your content happen.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it, Mikey.
Right, I am, Mikey. I'm going to clip the shit out of this live stream.
Yeah, good luck.
Creaky did as well. Check out his video 3 or 4 days ago. He actually put it up. I was going to do it sooner because I actually watched this live. And I was going to go back and make a video, but I waited for a few days until that Creaky get his videos out, get MCToon to get his video out, have a laugh, get the stuff because they actually were on the live stream. And then I thought I'd do my take and review on it as well. But I wanted to let them have, first because they're the ones who are there and they're the ones involved. So, he clipped the crap out of this, and I am too there, Sam. I am there too, Mikey. I'm just using your derpiness to make content. Thanks, guys. That's awesome.
So check it out. First of all, to come back to what you said and to tell you that it looks like, a little bit, Mikey just went, he's very sensitive. You've been hammering him down so much for so long that he's very sensitive. But that's okay.
He's got to go cry for a while. Maybe he'll come back.
So check.
That's right, people. Mikey insulted Creaky Blinder, who's been nothing but absolutely cordial, very nice, and in fact even complimented Sam and Mikey several times. Mikey insulted him, said he was on drugs, said he was high, said he was retarded or a bunch of other things, derped out, insulted him, and ran away. Wow, Mikey, you're such a man. You're so hard. You're so tough. I mean, you like to talk like, oh, you're a big guy. You're very menacing. You're a joke. You're a joke. Sam's a joke. And then later on in this thing, Matthew Keane came on. He's the biggest fucking joke. Nobody really gives a shit about him. I think they keep him around because he's just an asshole. But funny enough, this was only supposed to have been Sam and Mikey were talking to Creaky and MCToon. But they actually planned that they were going to actually bring Matthew Keane in as a third. But obviously Mikey ran away. as a third to come in and be an absolute freaking bellend, which he was, because that's Matthew Keem. He's nothing but a freaking piece of shit who is too stupid to realize that every single time he has a debate, he gets absolutely destroyed and cooked. I did it about a year ago, and I wasn't prepared. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had been drinking all night, and I still destroyed Matthew Keem and freaking Mikey and Sam and freaking DJ No Moon. I absolutely destroyed them. I wasn't even prepared. I said, and I was tired. It was near the end of my stream, and I was drunk. So Matthew Keem keeps saying he wants to debate me, and I keep saying, sure, on a nice neutral platform. I brought up a few, but he won't get back to me. He's still running. And it's hilarious. But if you ever wants to, Matthew, if you ever want to debate me, you know where I am. You know how to contact me. Leave a comment. We'll set it up. And I'll wreck you again. Not a problem. But this time I'll be prepared. So it's not looking good for you at all. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, Mikey and Sam still derping on about me. I just finished watching, I think, Mikey did Activism. He still talks about me now. And then there's another 4-hour live, 5-hour live stream apparently they did. For Mikey, he always kicks off about how people sit on their arses for 4 or 5 hours talking. He seems to do a lot of that lately, doesn't he? Holy shit, man. Talk about the kettle, calling the pot black. Weird. But yeah, apparently he was on with Vlad from Ironworks 92,000. Apparently they've kissed and made up. Or something, or Sam's helped that. I haven't watched it yet. It's like a long freaking live stream. That's a lot of derp. But I'll get on there. I most likely was mentioned several times in that, so it'd be funny. But what I've seen for the one Mikey's Flight Earth Activism, he actually was making some fallacious claims about me, saying he knows who my dad is. He doesn't. My dad has never lived in Saskatchewan. Doesn't live in Saskatchewan now. In fact, my father doesn't even live in Canada, like I said before, and he's never lived with me in Calgary, nor have I ever lived in Calgary. So I did live at one time in Alberta, but not in Calgary. I did live in southern Alberta, I'll give you that. And so that's why I asked Mikey to show me pictures of things, because I grew up there. I was up in the mountains all the time as a kid. I did a lot of stuff. I was in the scouting program. I did a lot of survival stuff, because I was part of quite an extreme scout troop that we had. We did some pretty crazy things before all this other stuff. You know, it was the 90s, so before all this health and safety and those other stuff came in, that now probably we would have gotten a lot of trouble for doing the things we did. Almost died a few times, but hey, you know what? I'm still here. I learned to get through it. So, but yeah, that's about it. So remember, people, Earth's definitely a globe. Space is real, but don't forget, stay curious. And I'll see you again. Thanks for watching.
By the way, all those rumors on the internet are fake. I'm not flat. I'm not hollow on the inside, and there's definitely no reptilians inside of me!